Hello everybody and welcome to another happy episode of Groove Boxing with the MC808 and the Rs7000. Okay? In this video demonstration, I wanted to show, well, let's get into it. I really wanted to instruct people in terms of the value of these nice pieces of hardware and all, and introducing some features that you may not understand if you have it, or you may be interested in if you're thinking about purchasing it, because it really is a great tool for music composition. Today I wanted to get into a couple of the lesser known features, which is the working with the play effects, and then going to the Chord Sort and then Chord Separate functions. And what we can use that for is to create, for instance, guitar strumming. You know, it's really useful for that, and it also helps you to create some really original arpeggios. So we're going to do that, and then after that, we're going to take the result, and we're going to go to the real-time remix and get some a nice dynamic feeling pattern going. Okay, so let's get started. On the first things we're going to do, right, is on track 15, which is muted right now. You know, I have a simple basic, okay, it's just the guitar going along with the drum beat, and it's it's really basic, But then if you get into here, you're going to see that I have on a harmonized 1, 3, and 7. Okay, that's really important. Okay, because that's basically what's happening is that every note that I've programmed in to track 15, additionally, 3 steps up, there's going to be a duplicate MIDI note. And then 7 steps up, there's going to be another one. So you have instant chords. You only get 2 options. So you have a 3-note chord, but still you can work with it. Okay. So first things first, we're going to go to Jobs, and I'm going to lean in a bit here, and I'm going to go into Copy Track. Okay. And I'm going to copy track 15 to track 14. That way it's like my little setting for undo. Okay, done. Okay, next press exit here, and then we're going to go and we're going to normalize that function right there, the play effect. This basically flattens out all of the play effects that you have here, including things like clock shift, MIDI delay, which we can get into more later, but all that's going to get flattened, and everything's going to be zeroed back as if you didn't have any play effects set on it. Okay, so select, it says track 15, good, ready to go, and let's press do. Done. Okay, next, let's get into the good stuff. We're now going to go up, 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 and we're going to go, into Chord Sort. Okay? What Chord Sort is basically doing is it's numbering whatever notes are there. So it can go up, up and down, down and up. Let's go and check it out. Okay? Up, down, up and down, down and up. 4 choices. Okay? And let's go ahead and say down and up. Press do. Excellent. Now press exit again. And here's the badness. Okay? Let's go to Chord Separate. Select. Okay? From start to end. And what you want to pay attention to is the clock. Okay? If you leave it at 0, it's not going to have any effect. But as you raise its value, that's going to be the amount of separation that takes place in between those notes now that exist on like the normalized MIDI track. So usually, like, settings I find successful are, easily successful are 60, 120, anywhere around there, that's fine. So I'm going to go there and scoot it all the way down to 60. Hit do. Completed. Okay? Go back out to pattern. Okay? And let's press play. Let's go and now press 14 that I copied over. Instead of pressing undo, I just copy it to a track. And then press 15. And then on 16, I put it on up and down on 120. And you know what I also did on 16? I sent it over to the MC808, where I had a bit more, I felt like the strings could be a bit more advanced. Okay? So now that we have that going, and that's just like all sorts of fun, let's go in and let's see what happens if we go into what's called the real-time remix. Okay? Because that's a phrase and that has MIDI in it, and now we can go press real-time remix. And let's go to a break. Yeah, I like that one. Maybe try one more. And now I can bring in some of the original track, like the original one. And then go. That's the original. That's the original. That's where we started. Mixes quite nicely. Yeah, that's it. It's like it's something. It's one of those features that, like, again, it's a combination of the chord, like normalizing your drum track, which has the keys in it, the MIDI notes, that like takes the play effects out and like basically flattens it down to a track. Then, you know, when you do that, you do the chord sort, which takes all of those notes that are taking place at the same time, okay, and it gives a number to them. It orders them, okay, saying you go first here, you go first there, you go first there, either up, down, down, up. It just, you know, it does what it does. And then, you know, with the chords separate, you know, it uses the Rs7000 uses that number, and it uses a time interval. So it takes it puts a certain period of time in between the notes. So, you know, to me, it's a great way to like make, you know, it's like don't necessarily use the arpeggio function in the Rs7000 because it's kind of clunky compared, especially to the MC808. But what it does, you can make your own arpeggios, and they can be quite beautiful and complex in their own right. Okay, now, if of course it does, the fun doesn't stop there. Let's just go ahead and take that, get out of there, and then look what happens if I adjusting the swing. So the reason I kind of like that is because you know, when I play, I like to add more notes in. It signifies like kind of like a raise in intensity, and then, you know, with that MIDI delay, then I shun it right back down, and so they get like this intense burst of energy where all of a sudden, like, all the notes are being played, you know, at a certain time interval, and then it goes back down, and that's already on top of the strumming effect. Now, of course, a strumming effect can be then routed towards any instrument, you know, and so it's quite valuable. It happens very quickly, very efficiently, and, you know, you incorporate it into, you know, your workflow, and it's not like necessarily a signature sound, but it really works good for, you know, creating original sounding arpeggios. Anyhow, that's my demo for today, and you know, big shout out to everybody, and let me know what you think, and if you need some more information on it, don't hesitate to write me up. Okay, thanks, take care, signing off, bye bye.